This is episode number 18 of Fresh and Uncooked. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jeff.
And this is the food podcast to listen to learn about new products and menu items, general food discussion, including our discussion today, which is very special, Jeff, because it's all about
Thanksgiving.
And that's just so welcoming, you know?
I'm so excited.
But first, we got to talk about ugly Thanksgiving sweaters.
Oh, that's a thing?
Apparently. And more news about Cheddar Bay Biscuits. And no, we are not a sponsor, or we are not sponsored by Red Lobster, but I have more news about Cheddar Bay Biscuits, Jeff. It just keeps happening.
Yeah, we should be sponsored, is what I think.
Should. But one more thing to talk about, too, and you know what? It's enough with the mac and cheese sandwiches.
Oh, God.
Please.
Yes.
We'll talk about that next in food news.
Food news.
All right, Jeff. So only a couple days, but through November 17th, consumers can win a free ugly Thanksgiving sweater from Green Giant.
Oh, why?
The vegetable people. Why? Because, well, it's for a good cause. But if you visit greengiant.com/ugly sweaters, winners will be selected at random to win one of 3 stylish casserole designs, including green bean casserole ugly sweater and corn casserole themes. The holiday campaign is...
Here's what I found.
Shut up, Siri. The holiday campaign will simultaneously support the tireless efforts of No Kid Hungry to end child hunger in America. You can see pics of these sweaters on their website, but we'll have them on our socials too. And, maybe win a Green Giant sweater and, help some kids out, some hungry kids. So it's a good thing.
Well, at least it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
And corn casserole, I wouldn't know what corn casserole is.
I was wondering the same thing.
It's probably close to a corn chowder is what I'm thinking.
Could be a really thick corn chowder.
Yeah.
That's only a couple days, but after the sweater sweepstakes on the 18th of November through the 25th, any vegetable casserole that you make, or just, any Thanksgiving photos, really, I'm sure. Share them on social media. Use the hashtag #PassTheCasserole and tag at Green Giant, and that will will make them donate $1 for each, post to No Kid Hungry.
All right. It's for a good cause.
Yeah, if you're planning on putting a couple posts up of your plate, of your spread, maybe you just did a really awesome job on your turkey, or maybe you didn't. Hashtag #PassTheCasserole. Good cause.
Good deal.
Right.
I'm sure I'll be doing some post on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, me too. So dressing, stuffing is got to be on everybody's Thanksgiving table. Otherwise, it's not Thanksgiving, in my opinion. Red Lobster just put out a recipe saying, hey, how about making Cheddar Bay Biscuit Stuffing?
Wow.
I don't think this would become my go-to Thanksgiving stuffing. We'll talk about that a little bit later, what traditionally we have at my family's Thanksgiving. But I mean, I love Cheddar Bay Biscuits. Everybody knows that. This might work. The only thing that kind of throws me off is the cheese, because cheddar and stuffing is kind of weird. But if you...
Yeah, but that might add a different type of texture and element to stuffing that you've been missing.
I guess. By the way, Red Lobster has free delivery on orders placed via the website November 22nd through Cyber Monday. So if you're busy cooking, maybe you're working ahead on a few things, you don't feel like, making dinner. Yeah, there you go. Heads up, free delivery. Really quick, the recipe, though, for Cheddar Bay Biscuits. It sounds pretty normal. This is for 8 to 12 people. 12 Cheddar Bay Biscuits and 6 cups of bread.
Wow.
And then a cup of butter, 2 cups of onion, a cup of celery, half cup of carrot, sage, thyme, rosemary, and chicken broth. So
a cup of onions? Well, I guess for...
two cups of onions.
2 cups of onion?
2 cups of onion, 1 cup of celery. Yes, sir. And a half a cup of carrot.
Oh, my God. I'd rather go with the 2 cups of celery than 2 cups of onion.
The carrot's kind of different. I've never really done carrot in a stuffing before, but...
well, maybe it cuts with the cheese. Who knows?
We'll post the recipe in our social as well. Qdoba Mexican Eats, the fast casual Mexican restaurant, is testing out mac and queso.
Wow. It's the fancy Chipotle, Chris, I think is what it is.
They're testing it in 188 restaurants across the U.S. and Canada. normally you hear like, oh, this place is testing, a thing, but it's only in like one market and it's only for 2 days. This they're kind of just saying, hey, Baltimore, Boston, New York, North Carolina, Philly, and all of Colorado, heads up. That's pretty good in my book. I mean,
that's solid. Yeah. Usually it's just in Wichita and Bangor, Maine.
Yeah.
Two
Somewhere
very
down
different
in Tennessee at 2 p.m. Look for the lady in the white coat. So it's just mac and cheese, though. So it's not like they're testing out, some crazy, fake meat or something.
Come on now. Plant-based, you mean, right?
Plant-based. I'm sorry. Chemically made in a lab-based. So it's their 3-cheese queso, which is apparently good. But I've also heard people say that Chipotle's queso is good. And I've never had Qdoba's queso, but I've had Chipotle's, and it blows.
Wow.
Yeah. It tastes like flour. It tastes like they forgot the queso. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it's
just
different.
a white sauce.
Yeah.
Anyway, Qdoba might be different. They mix it with their cavatappi noodles.
Cavatappi, I would say.
I'm not Italian. Cavatappi noodles. Fancy mac and cheese. You can do it and create your own bowl as a side dish, as a kid's meal. You can even add it into your favorite burrito if you want to just go extreme.
Is that extreme, though, or is that just
it almost seems like the new norm, man?
Choice?
Because like Panera Bread's like pushing the hell out of these mac and cheese sandwiches by us. It's just not necessary. So get a custom bowl, a bowl of mac and cheese with some Mexican flavors in there. It sounds pretty damn good. So
and mac and cheese is good enough to stand on its own. It can be a meal all in itself. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Don't you agree? It's not just a side dish. It can be a meal.
Especially with some of these things. Their Chula mac and queso bowl. Mm-hmm. It's Chula. It's their mac and queso with a Chula hot and sweet chicken, pico de gallo, sour cream, and cojita cheese. I mean, a bowl of that sounds delicious.
Yeah, I'd go for that.
They got a Tex-Mex brisket, roasted salsa, corn salsa with their mac and cheese. And they do have a burrito only called the loaded mac and queso burrito, which is brisket, chili crema, pico, salsa. I don't know. It all depends on their queso because it's got to be good to make this work. But some of these are only available online too.
Well, looks like I have to get another app there, Chris.
That's your food news. So Jeff, you try anything new?
Oh, I tried a lot of new things, Chris. Let me tell you what I tried.
Boy. A lot of new things. Okay.
So I tried the new Jimmy John's beefy black and blue sandwich.
Oh, Jeff, I actually have that in my fridge waiting for me.
Oh my goodness.
In a matter of minutes, I will be consuming that. How was it?
It was delicious. I liked it. The horseradish aioli or mayonnaise or whatever it is, along with the blue cheese crumbles.
Yes.
On that roast beef sandwich, delicious.
Sounds
very
perfect.
good.
Sounds perfect. Yes.
And they were very generous with that horseradish aioli or what have you.
Nice.
At least at my Jimmy John's. So it was good.
All right.
I got it through the app. Did you order your sandwich through the app?
You know what, Jeff? I was going to have it delivered, actually, and they wouldn't deliver to my home address. I don't know why, because it's kind of really close.
Okay.
So, I mean, I just picked it up. But I did download the app because I was going to have them deliver. But I did, sign up for the reward, so I get a free sandwich next time. So,
see, there you go.
Solid.
So I had that. And what else did I have? Well, it was nice this past weekend in the Chicagoland area. I guess unseasonably warm, we'll say. So I decided to go downtown. Well, not down. Well, yeah, it is downtown. It really is downtown. Went to Chicago, and I went to Manny's Deli for the very first time.
Oh,
Did not disappoint at all. It was great.
Legendary place.
Yeah. I mean, presidents have been there, actors, athletes, everyone.
Yeah. That's the Chicago Deli. Yeah.
Right. A-listers. Myself, I'm a D- celebrity in these parts.
You got your picture up on the wall now, right?
Oh, I wish. Oh, one day I'm hoping.
So did you go traditional? Did you, they probably only have traditional things, right?
Yeah, I didn't go with the Reuben. I went with, I believe it's called the Chazzer or the Chesser or something like that. And it basically has corned beef and pastrami on there. And then there's a piece of provolone cheese, which I never usually put that on my pastrami or or corned beef, but it was really good on rye bread, of course.
Rye bread. Okay, nice.
Delicious. Also had a couple of soups, the matzo ball soup. And then there was this other soup. It's a ravioli, and then it has ground beef in it. And they just put that in the chicken broth or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And their broth is, I could bathe in that broth. It's good.
I bet. Yeah, I've not been there yet, but it's definitely something. You're visiting Chicago. That's definitely on your food list.
Yeah. Yeah, I've lived here my entire life. First time I was ever there. And I feel like I've been missing out on a lot.
Oh, I'm glad you got to try it.
Yeah, so something else I was able to try too. So Cane's, Raising Cane's is now in our area here. And they specialize in the chicken tenders to be specific.
Chicken tender place. Yeah, they're popping up all over.
They are. So my son actually is going to be working at one. And I got the little sneak preview night, the invitation only, Chris.
And you thought you were a D-.
Yeah, I maybe moved up to a D+. Well, anyway, it was
so
good
let me guess,
stuff.
you had chicken tenders.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's all you can really have. You can have chicken tenders on a sandwich, though. They do have chicken sandwiches, but they put the tenders on there. But I just went with their 3-piece meal, their combo meal or whatever, with the fries, the chicken, the coleslaw. Fries are good. They're solid. Nothing spectacular, but they're solid fries, which in its own right makes them pretty spectacular, right?
Sure.
And then the coleslaw was good. The chicken tenders are good, too. But my kids would travel like 40 minutes to go get Cane's. And then they'd wait in line, too.
Right.
And I don't see myself doing that.
So they were good, but they weren't that good.
They were good. Now, I won't go out of my way to get them, but I will get them. Okay. Again, absolutely. They were good. And the cane sauce is good stuff, too. I don't know what they put in that cane sauce. And then my son said, too, they don't let them know what's in the cane sauce either, but that sauce is good. And I'm not much of a sauce guy either for dipping chicken tenders, but good stuff.
You got to have some kind of sauce. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to trying them, but, I can wait a month or two. I've heard like older people say, they're okay. And I've heard young people say, oh my God, let's go.
Yeah. That's how my kids are.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, it's just like, wait, it's just chicken tenders, right? Are they that good? I guess I'll have to wait to find out. I'm in no rush though, but I'm looking forward to it. All right. So you had a lot of food. You tried a lot of new things here, Jeff. This is
I
good.
did. I was talking about that cane sauce and dipping sauce for chicken. Well, in the mail last week, I got a nice surprise, Chris. When you do a food podcast and you have people who live all across the country, even all over the world, I don't know how popular we are across the world.
We have downloads all over the world. That is a true fact.
Nice. Well, we've talked a lot about the hot mustard at McDonald's and how it's not available here in our area, which I'm baffled. I don't understand. And every time I go and ask for McNuggets, I still ask them every time, knowing that they're going to say no. But maybe there's a slight chance that they'll have them at some point, right?
Right. You can always ask.
Yeah. So my wife's cousin sent me a package last week, and I was wondering, why would my wife's cousin send me a package? And in that package, Chris.
No.
Yes. Hot mustard.
Are you kidding me?
I am not. Nope. I wouldn't do such a thing.
Wow.
So now I need to get some. Oh, yeah. It's amazing. So now I have to get some nuggets and try those out. My wife offered to go to the store and get me regular nuggets. I'm like, no, these were meant for a specific nugget.
Yeah, you can't. No.
Yeah, can't do that.
I'm assuming you got a limited supply. She didn't send you gallons of this, right?
No, I have 8 little containers.
Yeah, there's no wasting that. That's got to be done right.
Right, which might get me through 2 sittings because I usually go with a 20-piece, Chris. I usually go with a 20-piece, so that might get me through 2, maybe 3 sittings.
Oh, my God. It's my favorite cousin in the world.
Yeah, right? That's how you move up in the cousin rankings right there.
So, have you had it?
No, not yet. No,
okay.
I've still, it looks, I have them right there on the counter at home, and they stare me in the face every time.
Oh, my God. I would have ran out that night.
Oh, I almost did. Yeah, I almost did.
Wow.
Showing some restraint, Chris.
How many days?
Showing some restraint.
How many days ago was this?
This was about a week ago. Oh, it was exactly a week ago.
A week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
You are disciplined.
or something.
Those would be gone. Those would be gone if they were in my possession.
Well, see, that's the thing too. I don't want to eat them all and use them all, and then I don't have them.
You better send that cousin a nice Christmas card or something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be a nice Starbucks gift card or something. Or what else do they have out there? In-N-Out Burger, maybe something like that.
Yeah, just be like, hey, glad you sent it. Here's a little something. Don't be afraid. Next time you go to send a few more.
So I guess she's been collecting them on multiple visits. It's not like she goes there and pays for the extra ones either. Which would have been easier, but I understand.
Hey,
I'm not.
However, you got to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I am not complaining by any means at all. By any means, I consider myself extremely fortunate just to have them, and I just want more now. Even though I've been eating these.
Oh, you'll have to let me know when you pop one of those open.
I will, and maybe I can spare a couple, Chris.
I wasn't gonna ask Jeff, but I was sure hoping you'd say that.
Yeah. Share the love.
Speaking of love, it's Thanksgiving time.
Oh, love some Thanksgiving.
It's my favorite holiday.
It's up there.
It's my favorite. It's number one. No questions asked. Stamped. Sealed. Number one holiday.
Oh,
it's
wow.
Food and football.
Yeah. And family? Could there be another F in there?
You can throw another F in there. Family's there too, but it's food and football. Right. All
Which
day.
probably leads to another F, actually. Right?
Yeah. Fail. It could be a day of fails. You never know. It's just a day all about food. It's all about the meal. Whether you're hosting or I'm not hosting. If I'm not hosting, though, I'm usually helping the host when it comes to like cooking and all that. So
of course,
either way, it's fine. But do you host Thanksgiving, Jeff? Is that like
I do not? My aunt hosts Thanksgiving, just because our Thanksgivings are pretty big. Mm-hmm. Usually around 40 people.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I'll send you the Cheddar Bay Biscuit recipe that feeds 12.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have to. Wow, and that's the thing, though, too. Yeah, there's so many different so everybody has their different diets and food restrictions and stuff like that. Man. But there's just so many different things that we have at Thanksgiving, too, which is really good.
Okay.
So, yeah, when you talk about stuffing or dressing or whatever you want to call it, there's usually at least 2 to 3 of those different kinds I'm talking about.
40 people, you almost had to. Yeah.
Yeah. So I make the White Castle stuffing. That's what I've been bringing the last couple of years, and it's good stuff.
That, and I want to try that, and I want to try the cheddar. I'm pretty solid with our stuffing, so I've never really I've always wanted to do it, but I've never been too motivated. But you've done it a couple of years, so it must be good.
I like it. Yeah, it's going to stick around, I think, for a while. It's definitely better than stovetop stuffing.
Jeff, everything is better than stovetop stuffing. Corn casserole is a better stuffing than stovetop stuffing.
How about beets?
Beets? No.
No.
Come on. Beets. Does your aunt have stovetop?
I don't know. I don't think she does stovetop. No. Maybe. No, I don't think so. No, I think it's all the real deal. And I don't mind stovetop stuffing. Once in a while, I get a craving for it.
Oh, God.
That butter, water, and a bag of old bread. My
Thanksgivings have gotten a little smaller and smaller just because siblings have kind of moved out of state. So, But there was always a real version of everything and a fake version of everything, including stuffing.
Oh. So there was some of that stovetop laying around.
Really good traditional stuffing, with sausage and the nice breadcrumbs and the fresh celery and onion and, turkey stock, and it just tastes like heaven. And then you got the stovetop stuff, the small bowl of stovetop, because there's a few people, for some reason, even though it's basically a made from scratch version of what's in the stovetop, like the stovetop dressing. Baffled.
It's just being ungrateful, isn't it? Right?
It's just weird. So there's always the big, huge, 2 huge bowls of the real stuff, and then a little small bowl that fit in the microwave because, who's got time to make another stuffing? No, this gets done at the last minute. Oh yeah, we got to make so-and-so, stuffing, stovetop. So
but it's real easy to make. You just boil water, you add butter, and then you put it in and you fluff it with a fork.
Yeah, exactly. Even when it comes to gravy, we have the real gravy, and then some people don't like the real gravy. So you have the chemical gravy, as we call it.
Oh, in a jar?
Yeah, from a jar. From a jar.
I'm not much of a gravy person, though, anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's something about it. It's gravy. I don't know. It's so weird.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Oh, wow. Cranberry sauce? Can I say cranberry sauce is my favorite?
You could. That's really?
Yeah, homemade though.
I mean, yeah, I love cranberry sauce, but
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, pick cranberry sauces out of all the
stuffing's on there too.
Yeah.
I like stuffing. You know what's not on there? Green bean casserole.
We never have it. We never have green bean casserole. That's not in our traditional thing. Maybe like green beans tossed with little almonds.
All right.
That'll make an appearance every now and then, but no green bean casserole. But stuffing, dressing, whatever you want to call it, that is my favorite part.
Yeah, I'll put that up there because then you can put everything else in there too. You can add that cranberry sauce into that.
Oh yeah,
into that stuffing. You can. It's nice when there's a few turkey chunks that are in there too. When you have that stuffing that was actually stuffing and it was inside of the bird.
Oh wow!
And then it's
school.
Yeah, and it's like nice and moist and damp and all other types of words that make people feel a certain way. Yeah, it's good stuff.
I think moist is a good description for food, but when you said damp.
Well, it is. It's damp with the real gravy, Chris. The real gravy's on there.
The real gravy would probably be my number 2 because just homemade gravy, just all the juices from that turkey mixed with butter and flour and pepper. It's just heaven. It's just liquid heaven.
Now, when you're talking about turkey, all the juices that go into everything else, it escapes the meat right away.
Yeah, turkey's dry.
Yeah, turkey's
dry.
not that great.
Yeah, I was going to say neither of us said turkey as the favorite thing. It's funny how it's kind of the centerpiece though, you know?
Yeah, no, it's a good vessel to bring everything else together. The gravy and the stuffing, a place to put the stuffing is good, but turkey on its own, it's okay. I'm good once a year for it.
Yeah, I don't mind turkey more than once a year, definitely. Have you ever tried like the deep fried turkey? Like have someone ever done that? I've never.
Yeah, those are good.
I've always just seen like all the videos of them exploding when people are like, you know, putting them in the the deep fryer outside.
Oh yeah, you just have to be really careful. You have to make sure that it's totally thought out,
dry.
You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah. You definitely have to know what you're doing with that. I've never done it. Oven roasted is usually how we do it. We did smoke one once, and it was really good. I've always just gone, you know, with like whatever frozen from the store, you know, butterball or whatever, you know. One year went to a butcher, they had fresh turkeys and they were really expensive. They were like, you know, $70-$80 for like a fresh turkey. Wow. And a couple of people were like, such a big difference. Oh, they'll blow the butterball, you know, one from the grocery store away. It's like, wow, okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. So ordered one, got it, fresh turkey. All right, here we go. Put it in the oven. And I did smoke a little turkey breast too, just because we had a lot of people. So we needed more meat. And that fresh turkey was just the worst thing ever. Everybody wanted more of the smoked turkey breast more than the fancy fresh turkey. So I don't think I'm ever doing that again, but
no, that's smart.
It was definitely overrated. That's for sure.
Yeah, we do 2 turkeys since we have so many people. There's one that's in the oven, and then there's another full turkey that's usually out on the grill too.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
On the Weber grill, on the coals, smoked. It's good stuff. Ooh. Yeah, they have it down to a science. They've been doing it for, oh my God, 40 years probably or something like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, is there anything that's unique to your particular Thanksgiving that maybe you wouldn't find at any other Thanksgiving?
Ours is pretty traditional, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. When I host compared to when my brother hosts, I like to do like a shrimp cocktail as well. Throw that in there. get the martini glasses out and just, fill everyone's up with either shrimp cocktail or fruit cocktail, depending on if they like shrimp or not.
Okay.
But no, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Lots of everything.
All right.
Yeah. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, some corn, green beans, whatever, cranberry sauce, usually canned and homemade, chemical gravy, stovetop is thrown in there too.
I like it.
And then, the leftovers, which I think we'll get into leftovers in part 2. But then you got dessert. And if you even have room for dessert, do you ever go heavy with dessert? I know not really dessert.
Oh, that's the only time really. Yeah, that's the only time I look forward to dessert. So there's a particular dessert that my aunt makes every year, and I always look forward to it. And it's a recipe that she got from a celebrity chef himself after visiting his restaurant. He gave her the recipe, Chris.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Who was it again?
Well, you know what? Maybe we'll just save that for the next episode.
I think I've heard this story before. Yes, that would be a good tease. Part 2 of our Thanksgiving special. We'll give you some tips on cooking, some tips on hosting, some tips on maybe just being a guest.
Right.
Don't be that guy. Who knows? We'll even talk a little shopping. Do Jeff and I do the shopping thing after Thanksgiving? We'll find out in episode 19, which will be Thanksgiving part 2, and we'll find out what Jeff's aunt makes for dessert that Jeff just can't get enough of. So until next week, Jeff.
Enjoy what you eat.